completed. Although INEC did not specify the outstanding requirements, the ADC is expected to submit sample signatures of the national chairman and national secretary, along with other documentation in line with its constitution. Joining us on this show to discuss the ADC's stance on INEC's procedural guidelines is Solomon Dalong, a former sports minister and a member of the ADC. Good morning, Comrade Solomon Dalong. Thank you for joining us on the morning show.
Good morning, Dr. Ruben Abati and other members in the House.
Good morning.
Well, the INEC, from the narrative, is saying, yes, ADC is at best a political association, but it is not yet a political party. And to project itself as a political party will be an illegal assumption because the ADC has not yet followed the guidelines. Is that true? Do you agree? And secondly, you know, of course, that within the ADC, there is a faction that says that the party was just handed over to strangers and that, going by the constitution, the original constitution of the ADC, the body that is led by Senator David Mark and Comrade Rauf Aregbesola as secretary does not actually exist. And INEC will seem to be confirming this. Are there any special orders that you think are peculiar or that the party, the faction of which you are a member, will take consequential steps to make sure that the ADC is a properly registered political party and not just an association of people that spokespersons of the ruling APC say are weaponizing opposition and just making noise?
The ADC is a registered political party in Nigeria and has been in existence for over 19 years. The ADC is undergoing a transition where it has birthed the coalition elements, incorporated them into the party, and the process of the transition is ongoing. So it is incorrect to assert that it is an association. The requirement of INEC are requirements of law, and the ADC has no option than to comply. And to the best of my knowledge, party leaders are working around the clock to ensure that proper documentation is done. The ADC and the coalition movement are out to rescue the country. And therefore, they lack the moral high ground not to comply with the requirements of law. Because if injustice, impunity, lack of internal democracy, lack of respect for the rule of law were the things that had jeopardized our democracy, then the coalition movement must ensure that to embark on this journey, everything proper within the context of the law must be complied with. So there is no panic whatsoever. It's a process. And it has to run its full course where the transfer of the signature specimens of the new leaders is also transmitted to INEC. And thereafter, the INEC will now conclude their own process. So it's nothing new, actually, and there's nothing to panic about. But for
No, sir.
the party...
If I may just interject. You recall that Tumebu Kachiko, presidential candidate of the ADC in the 2023 election, said that, look, some coalition people have just come and adopt the ADC platform, and that the ADC platform cannot become a private coalition of some people. So there is what they call the ADC, which Tumebu Kachiko says is the authentic one, but that this other faction that you belong to is just a private coalition, and it's not the party. That is the issue.
There may be some internal misunderstanding, which is normal with political parties everywhere across the world. The former presidential candidate is a member of the party, and being a presidential candidate in the last election does not place him within the organs of the party. the party is guided by a constitution and going through the articles of the constitution, I do not see where the right to which he is laying claim to is appropriated to him. But he is a respected member of the party and is free to hold opinions as allowed under democracy. But referring to other members of the party in such a derogatory concept, to me, is inappropriate.
Okay. All right. We hear you, but what the spokesperson of the ADC has said is that in a matter of days, INEC's concern of the ADC around signatures, sample signatures not sent will be resolved. Going forward, these hitches here and there, whether it be proper registration with INEC, I recall that even at the beginning there was an issue around the name that was submitted, not aligning with what they had on official record. So a few disturbances here and there in such limited time. Is the ADC ready for 2027?
The ADC is prepared for 2027. These hiccups within the process, just like I said, are normal. Even the internal wranglings are also normal, going by the fact that it is an opposition party that is coming up to play the role of an ideal opposition in our democracy when other opposition parties appear to have fizzled out. So these challenges are expected, and I do not think that there is anybody in the coalition that is strange to these developments. They are anticipated. Even before conception, we took a review of what we should expect. And so there are things that are just falling like cards because we expected them. And so what the National Publicity Secretary said, let me confirm that that issue has been settled, and within the few days ahead, Nigerians will hear better position of things. And as to whether we are prepared for 2027, of course we are. If we are not prepared for 2027, certainly maybe we would have continued to build the party and sure of our capacity to challenge before we make it public. So that we have made it, and from the activities across the country, it is not in doubt that Nigerians should be sure that we will provide a proper alternative to the party in government.
Okay, thank you very much, Comrade Honorable Solomon Dalong, for joining us and for defending your party.